Hi guys, this is Jason here with another video for you guys, and it's Tuesday. It's Recap Tuesday on this channel, and we are going to recap the Week 5 of college football, what we saw, what's my thoughts, and we're going to just make it a quick video. We always break it down the Power 5s, and probably a couple games of the Power 5s that caught my eye over the weekend. We already talked about North Carolina, Miami. We're talking about the ACC first. We always do that. Clemson at Syracuse. And let's talk about this game real quick. Clemson, the quarterback Travis Lawrence went out with a head injury right around halftime. Chase Bryan came in and hey, he didn't turn over the ball. He didn't put Clemson in a bad spot. They were fighting in the second half to come back, and they came back. The running back, ATM, really, he rushed the ball very good. 86 yards in the fourth quarter. Just a really good running back. Relied on him in the fourth quarter, and that defense made a turnover in that fourth quarter that Syracuse was driving. Hey, Syracuse is still a very good team, but even without a quarterback that's experienced, Clemson's a better team. Still the class of the ACC. It was just released that Trevor Lawrence will start against Wake Forest this week coming up. I believe that game's on the road as well too. So Clemson gets a 27-23 win. Georgia Tech beats Bowling Green at 63-17. Bowling Green's a team that Oregon played. So very good stuff for the Yellow Jackets. BC beat Temple 45-35. I didn't watch this game. I couldn't because I don't think it was on ESPN or whatnot. NC State's looking like a very good team as well too, 35-21. They're still undefeated. They still play Clemson at some point. They do play Clemson here on the 20th in about 3 weeks' time, and they got a 35-21, a very good NC State team. Should be interested in where they go. Rice loses to Wake Forest 56-24. Wake Forest hosts Clemson next week. Florida State comes back on Louisville 28-24. Louisville had the edge at 1 point in this game, 14-point lead, but Premier Pass made a interception that really costed Florida State. And Roddy Tackett did it, something that he didn't do at Oregon, was to get a road conference win. So very good for him. UCF Central Florida 45-14. Right now, if I had a top 4, UCF would be number 4. Just because A, they got the longest win streak, and B, I want them to be in the playoff regardless who they played, and see if they could get it done with the bigger boys. The self-proclaimed 2017 national chance. Vartech bounces in a big way, 31-14. Vartech, a very good big matchup against Notre Dame coming up. So we'll see if Vartech's ready for that challenge. Let's talk about Big Trouble over the weekend. 48-28, Oklahoma State beats Kansas. Oklahoma State bounces back after that Texas Tech loss. West Virginia 42-34 West Virginia tried to give this game away in the second half, but Texas Tech, a key mistake, a key pick six, but it turns that game around. Oklahoma doubles up on the Baylor, 66-33. Kyle Murray, he's the real deal. With Oklahoma, it's really Ncaa quarterback, and their quarterbacks for the past 2 years, Baker and Kyler Murray, very good at passing the quarterback. That system really suits a mobile quarterback. They got a quarterback that they recruited, Spencer Rattler. He looks like the real deal as well too. So Oklahoma has a very good quarterback trained in the range. Texas gets the 19-14 victory. Hey, Texas, their D's very good, but they're gonna get tested against Oklahoma coming up. TCU gets the last second field goal to beat Iowa State 17-14. Let's go to the Big Ten. And Rutgers, they were in this game 24-17. They lose to Indiana. Michigan State wasn't that impressive against Central Michigan, 31-20. Purdue, they beat Nebraska 42-28. Purdue, Nebraska just really, they look lost right now. It's gonna be a tough year if you're a Cornhusker fan. Like I said, always, I believe Scott Fox is the man. Remember, Scott Fox went 6-6 at Central Florida. I know Nebraska probably won't get 6 wins. They probably won't get 3, but his second year is the year that Central Florida really started booming. Northwestern, they scored their first 17 points. They were up 17-7 mostly of this game against Michigan, but Michigan 20-17. Their defense is there, but I don't think the offense has really made its strides that everybody's been saying. They got Michigan State on the horizon. Penn State's definitely a team that could push them offensively. That defense is gonna have to show up. But at the end of the year, always for a Michigan fan, you're always going to be looking forward to that Ohio State. It's in the horseshoe this year, so that game should be interesting. Ohio State, Penn State. Ohio State for the second consecutive year. They beat Penn State coming back in the fourth quarter. And if you're a Penn State fan, you must be frustrated because for the second year in a row, you had Ohio State down. More than 2 touchdown leads, and you blew it. And this one's at home, and it's a little concerning that Penn State can't get over that hump and won I would have said, hey, Penn State could have beat everybody in that Big Ten, but Ohio State. And if you're gonna win the Big Ten, you're gonna have to beat Ohio State. Penn State didn't. You look at Ohio State here on out. I think they gotta walk into the playoff. I really do. Looking at that schedule, I don't see anybody that could touch them. You look at Michigan at the end of the year, that's a home for Ohio State. And Wisconsin into the Big 12 title game, Big 10 title game. But every time that we say that a team that should be a shoe-in, Clemson, like last year, they lost to Pitt. Ohio State could always slip up. It's always college football. Any team could beat any team on any given Saturday. Let's go to the SEC real quick. LSU gets a 45-16 win over Ole Miss. Hey, LSU, that quarterback Joe Ball is a very big reason that they're having success on offense. He's just a very confident quarterback, and when you have a confident quarterback in the LSU, they're always a very good team. A&M 24-17. I'm surprised this game was closer than it was. It was the game that was in Arlington, but hey, hats off to A&M. They win. They host Kentucky. Kentucky is an undefeated team. Alabama, Louisiana Lafayette. This game was over by the kickoff. It was 42-0, quicker than a hiccup. 56-14. Georgia 38-12. Georgia looks like the clear-cut number 2 team in the SEC. We'll see them play Alabama and Atlanta, but Georgia does go to Lexington to play Kentucky. So that game, more and more that we go into the season, that Georgia-Kentucky game might be as big as the Iron Bowl this year. Vanderbilt escapes by Eastern Tennessee State 31-27. Auburn at 24-13 over Southern Miss. Auburn, after losing to LSU and beating Washington, that offense just hasn't looked very good. The running game's not getting going. The offensive line's suspect. I believe that they're struggling. With Auburn, to me, and I'll say this, just because I try to watch Auburn. Auburn would be a sneaky one of my favorite teams. If it's not an Oregon, why not? But I would say this: Auburn really plays down to the competition. I truly believe that. I believe they get up for the bigger games, but if it's not a big time opponent, they really play down to the level of competition. That's kind of scary. Dan morning, Florida. Florida beats Mississippi State 13-6. Mississippi State hasn't scored a touchdown since the first quarter of the Kentucky game. So you're thinking about 7 quarters that they haven't scored a touchdown. That offense is really sputtering. And we talked about Kentucky 24-10. Hey, they get on a lead and Benny Snell just runs it, and they don't make mistakes. And we'll know a lot about Kentucky after they get to A&M this week. Let's talk about the Pac-12 real quick before we get going. Let's see. Colorado beats UCLA 38-16. Hey, I really thought after the bye week that UCLA had. UCLA looked to improve. It's just they're a very young team. They're making key mistakes. Deanna Robinson, Thomas Robinson, he's just making throws that when he needs to throw it out front to a quarterback, he puts it on his back hip. Just very not inaccurate, not that inaccurate, but his ball placement could be a little bit better. But I believe UCLA, slowly but surely, they may not get wins, but they will improve over the week. Chip Kelly's in his first year. He's not having the same success at Oregon. because he was at Oregon before he took the head of coaching job. But you saw it's very young. Jim Moore left a very young team. If you're a Bruins fan, no need to panic. I believe Chip Kelly will own LA at some point of his coaching tenure. I truly believe that. Utah, Washington State 28-24 win for the Cougars. Notre Dame beats Stanford at 38-17. This is a thing that Oregon should have done, but they couldn't get it done against Stanford, and Notre Dame gets the victory. Washington, very impressive win over BYU, 35-7. They have a trap game against UCLA. I know UCLA is winless, but that game isn't the Rose Bowl. I don't dare say UCLA is going to beat Washington. I think Washington wins handily, but it could be a trap game. We'll see about that. Oregon State, Arizona State, 52-24, but some stats pop out to me watching this. Didn't watch this game. It was on at the same time as Ncaa. Let's see if we could get the stats up here real quick. Okay, Oregon State had a running back, Jefferson, 31 carries, 254 yards, and a couple of scores. That's just amazing. But the concerning part of your Beavers fan is Benjamin having 30 carries, 332 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Let's see. Arizona State nearly rushed it for 400 yards. Wow. That's just a stat that jumps out to me. Oregon State offensively, they could definitely move the ball. They rushed it for 261, but that defense really reminds me of the 2016 Oregon defense. That the offense is pretty good, but their defense is not very good. It's gonna take time for Jonathan Smith. I believe that he'll get it done in the Corvallis, but right now, just not getting it done. 24-20, USC beats Arizona. Arizona once again waits till the last possible moment to come back, and that's an issue. You see it against BYU. Just a fourth quarter comeback coming up short. They try to come back against USC. USC goes into the bye. Arizona hosts a very good Cal team, so that should be interesting. Those are your Week 5 recap. And once again, my name's been Jason. Have a great day, and this has been the Humphrey Report. So have a great day, guys.